let's join our heroes. Or hero, should I say, because the only person that is entering or that is near the town of Tallow, Thorpe is... There she is. Piper, on her horse. So, basically, you ran into town.
Yes.
As you went into town, a person ran past you, which you pretty much ignored.
Yep.
Once you rode into town, right there in the outskirts, one of the town guard militia flagged you down, and the very last thing we remember is he ran up to you, grabbed the reins of your horse, and said, "Did you see it?" And you went, "See what?" "The dragon!" And that's pretty much where we left off. So, what does that mean? Dragons?
Tiny dragon.
Maybe, maybe not. Who knows?
Cow-sized.
So yes,
Yes,
so
exactly.
let's pick it up. So, did you
All
see
right.
it? The dragon!
And I said, "What dragon?"
He says, "It was charging through the streets, breathing fire, setting everything aflame!" At which point he goes, "Ah!" and runs off in a westwardly direction.
Okay, so kind of weirded out. I'm just going to continue to ride. I'm looking for the priest. So
Okay. As you're riding through town, you can literally see, seems to be almost every building is on fire. They are ablaze. There are people running around screaming, yelling strange things. But at times you notice that there are ghouls charging around after them. You can see ghouls, multiple ghouls, all over town, ripping people apart, tearing them to shreds. The whole scene is quite a horrific kind of montage of fiery death, undead murdering, and general disarray. Nobody seems to have any head on their shoulders. They're running here, running there, screaming. People coming out of buildings on fire. Ah, I'm burning! Collapsing on the floor. All manner of chaos.
did we ever have the priest's name?
I don't know.
We were told it, but, I just call him Dickbag McDoucherson. So.
Dickbag McDouche. The priest.
Ilfrin
The priest.
Argath?
Um,
No, that's from the
no,
Drow thing.
that wasn't
never mind.
Ilfrin. Yeah.
That's from the Drow.
Well, maybe it's a drow priest.
Did we meet him before the Drow episode?
I honestly can't remember.
I write down everybody's name, so if we would have been told that, I would have written it down.
But you may not have done, just because he was brought to you and nobody really had a discussion with him. He just cured you. Y'all said, "Hey, stay here, don't go anywhere, we'll pay you a retainer."
Yes.
And then he pissed off anyway, so.
Alright, well, then I will be, basically going as fast as Gypsy can carry me. She's a warhorse, so this shouldn't phase her too much. And looking for the priest. I'm doing a sweep. I'm looking for him. I'll shout out maybe, "Priest! Where's the priest?" At random
You
people.
gallop down to the center of town where the crossroads is. This clearly isn't a safe place to be. You just watched basically 4 ghouls leap upon a pack of militia that were attempting to set up like a perimeter line right here, and they just got jumped upon by a pack of ghouls and torn to shreds. Glancing around, you're seeing more and more ghouls than you've probably ever seen. It's like it almost seems like the town is becoming overrun with them.
Okay.
In the back of your mind, this thought process of like, if they just suddenly descend upon me, I'm gonna be in trouble.
Yeah. So, if I don't see him, I'm gonna make my way back.
Okay. Do you want to head north, south, or east? Or sorry, west, and check
The
out
least ghoulish way.
south seems to be reasonably empty.
Yeah, I'll go that way then.
Okay. There is a southern gate, but once you get down to it, you have not seen anybody resembling a priest.
All right.
There is a building here that is not yet on fire, but to be honest, it's only one of 2 buildings that you've seen at all that are not.
Alrighty. Back to them I go.
Okay, you want to go out of the south gate and ride around?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Okay, so you head back to the main. You head back to the main road, where you can see Arya sitting down, patiently staring 50 to 60 feet away from a fumbling blind Veslar Noloth on top of the coach.
So I'm going to, of course, ride back swiftly and tell them the town's being overrun with ghouls. It's just chaos in there. Veslar, what do we do?
My head's gonna poke out from the wagon side, and I'm gonna be like, ghouls? Thought it was fire. Ghouls and fire. What?
Dragons. Apparently there's a dragon.
Dragons.
Arya, wait, dragons and ghouls?
Yes.
That doesn't make
I've never seen a
any
dragon
sense.
before. Can we see the dragon?
Arya,
I've been traveling many places, but I've never seen a dragon.
I didn't see the dragon. I just heard it was there.
Oh, goody.
Veslar, what do we do? I didn't see the priest anywhere.
I have no idea. How many ghouls did you see?
Lots. At least, how many dozen would I say?
They were very scattered. I mean, you saw at least maybe close to a dozen, but they were
At
like
least a dozen.
scattered all over town. So it wasn't like one group. It was almost like a infestation. Kind of like imagine Walking Dead, but the town is on fire, and instead of walking all slowly and going, the zombies are actually running. More like
28 days
Z,
later?
really.
I am legend.
Yeah, more like Z.
28 days later. Got it.
28 days later.
There you go. Yeah, they're much faster.
It's a gaggle of ghouls. Yeah.
A gaggle of ghouls.
Gaggles.
Gaggle? Is that the technical?
Makes them seem so friendly.
Well, it seems to me the town is lost. I mean,
It
us
appears
three
so.
me blinds can't do anything.
I mean, there's still militia in there trying to fight, and there's still townspeople trying not to die. But, you know...
Piper, what's around us right here? Like any fortifications or natural thing that we could hide behind?
Core.
like around where you are here?
Yeah,
outside
like where
the
we're
town?
staying. Yeah.
I mean, there's the odd random tree. You're right on the coast, so if you remember the description earlier, it's very open. You could see for miles around you, so you felt very comfortable camping out because nothing could come up on you, which kind of works to your disadvantage right now. The town itself has a huge wooden palisade wall all the way around it, but you can't see that because you're blind.
Is there any building that we see that's, like, strangely not on fire?
You can't see into the town other than the smoke because you've not been in there. So only...
I'll ask that to Piper
Yeah,
then.
Piper could possibly answer that.
I saw 2 buildings that weren't on fire, but I don't know if it was strange.
Yeah, I mean, the 2 buildings they didn't seem particularly... They weren't very standout-ish buildings. They looked like more houses. Maybe they weren't on fire more because of proximity or whatever, or just, But you didn't actually see anything that would lead you to understand, other than the claim that a dragon did it, of what set the town on fire.
Right.
But of course you definitely know there were ghouls everywhere, because you saw those.
Okay. Piper,
Yes.
people are probably fleeing that place.
Yes.
I don't know the geography. I don't know the next town, like where it would be. But perhaps why don't you ride along the outskirts and see where the majority of the refugees are fleeing toward? Because they obviously would know more about adjacent towns. And we can then make for that.
Can I come?
Because I thought
if you stay on the back of my horse. Well, no, I need you to guard the bulging sack.
I got the sack. I honestly thought Arya had gone with you. I almost shot her, Piper, just so you know.
What?
She like snuck on the wagon, in your absence, and I didn't know she was still here. So I shot at her. So I thought you guys were gone anyway.
It was pretty
so
close.
Thanks for that follow.
Why don't you guys go together? I'll guard the sack. It's fine. Just let's move everything off the road, though. Like to a nearby tree or whatever, and then I'll guard it in my way.
All right, quickly, let's move him off to the side here, Ari.
All right. So you move the wagon and the blind Veslar to the side of the road.
And I load up my crossbow, the one that I had fired.
All right, Ari, get on the back here.
I jump up.
Alrighty.
Hang on.
1 second. Just because I am this awesome.
Is there an Arya and Piper and
Bloody
and
hell,
icon?
yes there is. I just have to find it. Give me
That's so
just a
awesome.
While we're doing
Hey,
this,
look, clones.
Arya's gonna say, do you think any
There
of the
you are.
houses aren't
Have to
on fire
resize
because
you, but-
the necromancer's hiding in one?
It's a brilliant idea, Ari, but I don't know.
Okay.
Whatever you do, stay on this horse.
Okay,
Unless
so
I see the
just so
dragon
you
at
guys can see it, there it is. It's the Arya and Piper on the same horse.
That is so cool.
Awesome.
Hey,
That's pretty cool, man.
but we're gonna make it the appropriate size. Okay, here you go. All right, so you're heading back into town.
I think we're gonna go around the outskirts,
Okay.
and we're gonna see if at the gates if there's people fleeing, and if there is, I want to attempt to speak to them.
All right. Strangely enough, nobody is fleeing. Other than that, you saw one person leave the village when you first got here, but it almost seems like ghouls are like loitering near the gates, and anybody that attempts to leave is getting leapt upon.
Okay.
So no one seems to be getting out. You can see basically inside. It's almost cringeworthy for you because they've got a lot of militiamen, but they're so disorganized. There's no leadership. They're all just running around and trying to fight this ghoul or that ghoul, and generally speaking, no one seems to have any control over the situation. So it's like a military campaign gone wrong. Like everything inside the town is in disarray. And you, coming from years and years of like military background, are looking at this and thinking, for fuck's sake, if these guys would just get in rank and file and actually hold their damn ground, there's enough people here to deal with this crap. But nobody is taking control. Everybody is running around like a loose cannon and a headless chicken.
Now I would know this, but I just want to make sure. Can Arya shoot from the back of Gypsy?
She can.
Okay.
If Gypsy is moving beyond anything other than a steady trot, she has to make a riding skill check to not receive minuses. But other than that, she totally can.
Jane, what's your riding skill like?
My riding skill is... Drumroll, please. Drumroll, please. Sorry. 1!
A
A
one.
1!
Okay, so
Awesome.
basically, if you are doing much more than going clip clop, no. She
Well, we're
really
not
can.
doing that. I can tell you that. Okay, well, I'm just going to tell her to ready her. Ari, ready your bow. We're going in. I think the ghouls are on the gate, so can you watch our backs?
Yes.
Okay. So you want to just like charge straight in so the ghouls don't have really any time to
Yeah.
react? Okay. So you go bolting in straight down into the main street through the center of town. The odd ghoul sees you as but you're past and gone before you get there.
Is there anybody in the militia who looks like they are like of a higher rank that I can see?
Well,
immediately?
this is kind of let's go ahead and make a spot check for both you and Arya, please.
Is the roll.
I just- I had this idea, which is such a bad idea, so I'm not going to say it.
We don't want to hear your bad ideas, Mr. I'm outside the gate.
15.
Arya
A
is
1.
50. Ooh, yummy!
Oh, wow. Okay.
A 1.
I sent you a message, Gore.
Okay, so Piper clearly doing her best to concentrate on the road and keep Gypsy in a straight line and not get ambushed. Alien Legion, thank you for the follow. Is concentrating so much that unfortunately she doesn't really have much awareness going on. Fatal Lennox, thank you for that follow as well. However, Arya being a little more observant because she's kind of riding along, looking around her.
Trying to find the dragon.
Looking for imagining dragons. Okay, one of the things that you notice, Arya, is most of the people seem to be acting irrationally. You can see one person trying to cover himself in clods of dirt, like he's grabbing them out of the ground and putting them on top of it, like he's almost like he's trying to hide completely futilely. Another person seems to be sitting on the ground, rocking backwards and forwards, mumbling to himself. There's another person charging around, screaming something about the pies are going to get him. But in amongst all this madness, you do see the odd person, the odd militiaman, that is actually screaming at everybody else, "What are you doing? Pull together! There's nothing here! You're seeing things!"
Alright.
So I'm gonna yell as I'm looking. We're looking for
Him!
people authority.
I'm
Where?
gonna point to the one guy yelling.
Ooh, Jeep, thank you for subscribing!
yeah.
Woo, Jeep, hi!
Thank you, buddy.
Rollies for you.
Thank you.
How's your muscles feel, Jeep? Uh-huh.
So
That innuendo, though.
I'm going to look where Arya pointed, and I'm gonna be like, "You there!"
Okay, the man's like, "What?"
Come here!
He runs to you with his sword in his hand, hiding behind his shield. He says, "Oh," he said, "I see you haven't come to succumbed to this madness. What's wrong with you? You're on a horse. Get out of here! Save yourselves!"
Who's the leader of your militia?
He fell.
Round up your men. Let's take this town back.
Don't really know how to do that, to be honest. They're scattered and kind of. Half
Send
of them have
to
gone
me.
crazy.
You there! Come here! I'm just pointing at the next militia guy I see.
As you do that, he points to the building right here and says, The last moment of hope that we had died when the priest ran into that building and probably died. He ran in there to rescue the mayor's son.
None the matter. Let's gather what the people that we have to fight. We need to get as much control of the situation as quickly as we can.
He says, "Well, we're going to need something to rally behind. We're going to need something to bring these people to their senses."
Yes, bring them to me. Quickly.
He said, "Well, I'll do my best," he said, "but I'm one person charging through this town. The odds are I'm going to be killed by ghouls before I manage to have much of a chance to drag everybody together."
Yell loudly.
I'll do the best I can. He said, "I wish that damn priest was still here, though." He said, "He had a knack for rallying people. He could bring everybody together. I've seen him do it."
As he's blabbering and I'm kind of ignoring him now, I'm going to say, "Arya, can you check and see if the priest is still alive?
Yes.
Be careful."
I will hop off my horse.
Okay, so Arya, you're gonna run to the building?
And I'm going to
Yes.
quickly say to you, if you see him, do not let him leave your sight.
Okay.
All right, Arya. You leap off the horse. Here's the building that the priest allegedly went into.
Alright, is it all on fire?
There's parts of it on fire. I mean, it looks like you can duck and kind of go in through the front door. The front door is kicked open already.
Okay, so I'll put my cloak around my face there and then just peek in.
Okay. Go ahead and enter the room.
Sure.
Okay, so you kind of walk in. You can see basically there are some beams falling down. There's a lot of stuff is on fire. I mean, it's very hot in here. It's very smoky.
Okay, and I'm gonna quickly run in between to this door and kick it.
Okay. Right, as you kick the door open, you can basically see the priest, who is hovering over a dead body and kind of examining him.
Priest!
He spins around and says, "What? You're from the nearby town. What on earth are you doing here, girl?"
What are you doing in this burning building, priest?
"I
Let's
came
go.
here to find the mayor's son and rescue him. Everybody seems to have lost their minds, screaming about dragons, trolls, pies, all kinds of weird stuff. I tell you, something strange happened to this town.
Stop talking. We're gonna die in here. Is he alive? I'm gonna look at the body.
This is not who I'm looking for. This is not the mayor's son. I don't know who this is.
Well, come on. Let's go. You coming?
No.
Why are you standing there?
Okay, yeah, he is. He says,
Okay.
I'm not leaving until I find him. I was about to kick this door in.
We'll do it.
Alrighty. He kicks the door open. And immediately you're hit with a blast of sincere flames like a backdraft.
Well, if anyone in there is already dead, come on.
Okay. Well, before we do that, both you and the priest need to make a reflex save.
Oh boy. Dang it. Knew it.
Backdraft. Okay. As soon as the door opens, you hear a, and you manage to leap to the side as a blast of flames comes flying out the door. You successfully manage to avoid that and do not take any damage. The priest, the edge of his robes are on fire and he's patting himself down as quickly as he possibly can, but he doesn't seem to be too worse for wear.
Okay. I run over here,
Okay.
check out this door.
All right. Meanwhile, Piper outside.
Yes.
Let me. I'm going to go ahead and I need to go ahead and put a. Let me go ahead and put Gypsy on here as well. 1 second. Because you're outside.
I am.
And let's bring you to the appropriate size. There you are. Okay. From the side of the building, you are aware of a bright red skeletal form covered in flames. Basically, it's running around the building going and engulfing it in flames. Clearly, this seems to be the cause of all the fire.
All right.
Do you want to mess with it? Do you? Do you want to mess
Yes,
with it?
I do. Can I quickly grab my one-handed mace and just chuck it at it as hard as I can?
You want to throw it at it? Okay.
Yep.
You pull your mace from your backpack and hurl it with all the strength you have. So that would be a ranged attack. It's an improvised range attack, which is -4.
I don't even know what my range attack is. How would I find that?
It'll be on your sheet there.
This sheet has no range attack. I remember that from before. So.
Oh, you're not looking at the one online?
Based attack bonus, dexterity modifier,
Yeah.
and any penalty.
Let's have a quick look, shall we? Okay, here we go.
Range. There it is.
You got it?
Yeah.
Alright, good.
If this sheet's right.
The online sheet should be right.
Okay. So you said it's -4?
Yep. Because you're not actually trained at
19.
hurling. Alright. You hurl the mace through the air and it smashes into the skeletal creature full frontal.
Ouch.
Roll your mace damage.
And that is a question that I meant to ask you.
Is it a regular
never got.
mace?
Pardon?
If it's a regular mace, it'd be 1d8.
I picked it up off of something somewhere.
Then yes, it's a regular mace. 1d8 plus your strength bonus.
Plus strength. Okay.
Because you're using it based on strength. Okay, 4. There you go. Alright, so you smack it for 4 points of damage. It glances off of its flaming body. Where it hits, there's like a burst of flames comes out. As it like looks at you and goes and runs straight at you. Almost like some kind of bizarre maniacal laughter. Its eyes are like glowing yellow. Its mouth is wide open with a huge, overly bizarre, incessant grin on its face. It's like an undead version of the Joker.
That is creepy.
Pretty much. Back inside the room.
I kick down this door here in front of me.
Okay, you kick the door open. Inside, you find yet another flaming room. It appears to be the kitchen. And there's a person that appears to be passed out on the floor. The priest rushes to him. This is who I'm looking for!
Perfect. Is this a door?
Yes!
Let's go.
Okay,
And I
the priest...
take his legs.
Okay, you and the priest grab the guy and drag him outside.
Okay.
There. Okay, the priest then administers healing to the guy. He says, he's alive! I think it looks like he probably passed out from the smoke.
Alright.
Give me just a moment.
Okay. Afterwards, I need 2 favors from you.
Yes, well, give me just a minute, and then I'll see what I can do.
60, 59, 58, 57.
Meanwhile, outside... okay,
can
Piper, so the blazing skeleton creature is running towards you.
Yes, can I rear Gypsy around and get her to like buck at him and like basically kick at his direction?
Make a successful ride skill.
Ooh.
And if you do so, then Gypsy will make... And you do! Yes! Okay, so you pull Gypsy around, pull back on the reins. Gypsy comes up, glances forward, and starts stamping down as hard as she possibly can. Go ahead and make a melee attack for your horse. You just roll the d20 and I'll tell you what happens. Save you looking it all up.
Yeah, I have no idea. We've never actually done her stats.
Okay, basically she rears up and starts stamping down. The skeleton actually kind of like pulls back momentarily, like almost in maybe fear, maybe just apprehension. But it doesn't continue to charge forward. Gypsy basically definitely pushed him off.
Nice.
Okay, with that, so I will need you to roll an initiative for me, please, Bane. And I will roll for the skeleton creature.
Okay, didn't roll on screen for some reason, but it's a 19.
Okay. Actually, I don't know that I've seen any dice roll. Let me just roll a test dice. Okay, yeah, that one worked.
Yeah.
I've seen a few of them roll.
Actually, I have.
Yeah.
I don't know why Bane's didn't. Okay, so you
like-
got a 19. You're first, so what do you want to do?
I want to grab my canteen and like try and douse him.
Okay, you want to flick water at it? Not the most stupid idea in the world. Okay.
That's not a bad idea.
Make an improvised ranged attack, so the same thing. It'll be -4 to hit.
Oh, it's such a good idea.
It's fire. You want to put on the fire? 15.
Okay, you splash it. You can do 1d6 points of damage to it with that water.
Come on, 6.
Oh, nice. Okay, the water hits this flaming skeleton, goes psss, and it kind of like screams out "Ah!" in agony. It retaliates, however, by going and firing what appears to be a mini fireball straight at you.
Oh, jeez.
It hits you and Gypsy combined
Oh, no.
for a total of 7 points of damage.
All right.
Just a little singe. Just all shake it off. Shake it off.
Just a little
Fine.
bit of a burnage.
You don't need skin.
Mm-mm.
You know,
Stuff
sunburn.
grows back.
Tis but a burn. Okay, so over on the other side of the building, the priest has brought the young mayor's son round. He's there, lad. You're okay. You're okay. Now we need to get him out of this town as quickly as possible. Escort him out of the town, and I will be at your disposal. But until he is safe, I have no other charge to deal with other than him.
Fine, come with me. I need you to see a man outside of the town.
Okay.
No.
So you wish to take him and the priest and get out of town?
Yes, towards Vess.
Okay, so you want to take the priest and him to Veslar.
Yes.
Okay, he grabs hold of his feet and he says, "Grab his hands, lass! Let's get him out of here!"
I grab hold of his hands. Is he like, can he stand?
He's kind of
No.
like still very kind of, he's coughing, he's conscious, but he's not really able to do much at this point.
Okay.
The priest doesn't seem to want to wait for him to, like, regain his feet. It's just like, grab him, let's go.
Cool.
For whatever reason, the priest seems to have a grave interest in making sure that this young lad lives.
I don't care.
Okay, so you guys are heading basically down here with the corpse. Let me move you out of the flames, because you probably would appreciate that. Heading towards the gate. Okay. Back over here, so Piper is engaged with the flaming skeletal creature.
Yes.
It is your turn to react. What do you wish to do?
How much water do I have left?
You've probably got 2 more splashes.
Okay, now does Gypsy get an attack as well as me, or because I'm controlling her, maybe not?
Gypsy can make an attack. Just so that you realize the creature is very hot, so hitting it with your bare flesh or hooves or legs probably will hurt you too.
Right.
So in other words, yes, Gypsy can attack it, but she may take some subsidiary damage doing so.
Okay.
So that's your choice.
Then why don't I splash it with some more water?
More water. All right, go right ahead. Another improvised ranged attack.
So it's -4, correct?
Yep.
No, you fucking ass!
Oh!
That was a 19.
A 1.
Watch this roll. I guess they won't see it, but freaking, this is horseshit. You guys watch this on the playback. Horseshit.
It was like 19. Oh, I just got to a 1. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear.
So instead of splashing it, you take a sip. Right? No.
Rigged.
Okay, so let me see. Let me roll for the degree of failure on your 1. All right, basically you do this once again. As you do so, your angle of your splash is a little too high. The water mostly goes straight in the air, and then the canteen slips from your fingers and lands on the floor.
Oh.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Satchmo
can
put
I
no pants in amongst his fail.
can I attempt can Gypsy actually do like a rear buck, like a kick back? Because I think there'd be more power with that.
Yep.
Let's try that. I'm gonna whip her around and try that, and that way we can kind of run away if needed next time.
All right. You will still need to make a ride skill roll then. To get Gypsy to do what you want her to do. Okay, which you succeed in doing. Ooh. Okay, so she does a double back kick. Roll to see if she hits. Just so you know, Gypsy does like a 2d4 damage if she hits.
That's 1d20, right?
Yep.
Yes!
There you go! Woohoo! Go Gypsy!
That makes up for it.
Natural 20!
So I was just like, you...
The dice is like, yeah, I kind of owe you this one. All right, roll it again. Possible crit. No crit, but 2d4 damage nonetheless. Piper took equestrian when she was young. Yes, she did. 6.
Hey.
Nice. Okay. Gypsy rears back, kicking the creature. She takes 2 points of burn damage herself, which is not a whole lot. Alrighty. Do you wish to stay here? Do you wish to flee?
We'll take a few steps away so that he can't just like touch us.
Right, make an observation check for me, please, Piper.
Observation being
spot check.
Spot. Okay, thank you. 19.
Nice.
Okay, yes. As Gypsy kicks back and smashes into the flaming skeleton, looking to your right down the street, emerging from behind the flaming building, you see your sister Arya, the priest, and a kind of coughing, spluttering boy emerge from behind the building.
Boy man.
A boy man. Okay, at this point he's beginning to like get to where he can stand on his own 2 feet.
Okay.
He still needs supporting, he needs propping up, but you guys can basically just hold him up and move with him instead of carrying him at this point.
Okay.
Alrighty, so yeah, you've seen them emerge.
Okay, Okay, then probably would have headed towards them.
Okay, so you want to head in their direction.
Yes.
Alrighty. And the giggling, cackling skeleton creature gives
Heh.
chase.
What?
Okay.
Ari, who is that?
We need to get to Vess. Can you help?
Okay, yes,
Quick,
you
clear a path
notice
for
the
us?
priest. He says, "You there! Let's throw this lad over the back of your horse. Get him out of the town quickly as you can."
Quick! Get him up here.
What? Oh, guess what? He wanted to go under.
Alright,
you
I'll
go.
help throw him up.
All right, you both heave him up on top. The creature continues to run down the streets. The priest, seeing it, whips out his holy symbol and starts marching towards the undead menace. Back, vile creature, back!
Don't
Top of
die,
his lungs.
priest. Oh,
Okay, upon seeing this, the skeleton creature stops, shrieks, turns, and runs in the
Oh,
opposite
good.
direction. He says, "Now, lass, now's your chance. Get him out of town. I'll follow as fast as I can."
Can Ari get up with me and the boy, or no?
She can basically, like, hold him up there.
You gotta leave the priest.
I don't want to leave the priest, Pip.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Okay,
You
but
jump
I don't
off
want
and
him
let
to
me do
fall
it.
off. Can I sling him kind of like in my lap?
Yep.
Okay, let's do that. So swing him in my lap, and then Arya and the priest will follow behind.
Alrighty. So, yep, you gallop out of town as fast as you can. And
Okay.
you take the boy with you, and the other
Priest
two
and I shall run.
run as
Hand in
quickly as
hand.
their feet will allow them to outside of town. Alrighty, you escape the town. The flaming town of Tallow, Thorpe. Let me shrink the priest down. Okay. Alright, once you get outside, you run over to Veslar and the wagon.
All right, so I'm obviously gonna Vessler.
What?
We're incoming.
Okay.
We're safe.
I'm gonna hop off the wagon, still holding my crossbow.
I'm gonna say, I have the priest coming. And
Oh, you
this
do.
person, I don't know who he is, but make room. I have to chuck him in the back there.
Yeah, I'm already off the wagon, so.
Cool.
Alrighty.
But where's the priest?
He's coming with Arya, quickly.
Oh, the things I'm gonna do to him.
And you're
So
blinded.
on the
state.
way, can I tell the priest something like, "I don't mean to be rude, but we paid you to stay in the town and you left, and you owe us a favor right now.
He says,
Sorry."
I'll do whatever you need. He said, unfortunately, when I was in the town before, they told me that you were dead.
I don't want to hear your excuses.
It's not an excuse. They said you had died in the forest and there was no point me sticking around. The merchant told me.
We paid you to stay.
Well, I'll give you a reimbursement on the funds. Unfortunately, I just assumed you were dead, and
Just please cure our friend's blindness.
I would gladly do so. Alright, so he comes up to you drag him up to the wagon, open the door, you put the coughing, spluttering son of the mayor in the back.
Yep.
He says, "Where's this blind fellow?" "Oh, you." "I apologize.
Quick,
I was under
get it
the
over with.
impression that you had
Shut up,
met your
just do
demise."
it. Just do it. Just do it.
"Well, no, you see, before I cure you of your blindness, I just want to make sure there's no hard feelings. Here." And he kind of grabs your hand and puts several coins in it, and basically gives you back the money that you paid him to stay there.
How much did I pay him again? I don't remember. It was like 100 something.
No, it was no.
It was like 2,000 gold.
No, I do believe it was just a few gold. He gives you 5 gold anyway.
All right. Well, I can't see what it is anyway, but I
If
stuffed
not, he
it in
pissed the rest away. So, Well, he hands it to you. He says, "So he goes, understand." He says, "They told me you were dead and your bodies had been found in the forest."
Look, whatever. Just heal me,
Okay, well,
please.
He cures you of your curse and your eyesight comes back. As soon as he does so and he realizes you're like seeing, he takes a couple of very cautious steps away.
I can see. I can see. No. Oh.
Oh, I guess I gotta get rid of this I'm blind
Was
thing.
blind, but now he sees.
Under Fire, thanks for that follow.
Thanks, Under.
He says, well, because we saved them. He goes, but this town, he said, the things that have happened here the last evening, it was
Yes,
unbelievable.
please tell us what has happened.
He said, well, these bizarre skeletal creatures came into town, hurling their fire at all the buildings, setting them on fire. He said, and then ghouls started pouring in from the westward gate and attacking everybody. But on top of that, half the people seem to have lost their mind, like some kind of strange mental malady struck them. So instead of the militia fighting back in an organized fashion, they began to run around like headless chickens. I watched the leader or the captain of the militia charge single-handedly into a cluster of ghouls. He killed 3 of the beasts, but they dragged him to the floor and feasted on his flesh.
Who is this? And I'm going to point at the kid.
He goes, that's the mayor's son.
And the mayor is dead?
He says, nope, the mayor fled the town and said to me, he said, Father, he said, if you can save my son, I will donate 300 gold to your church. Well, I would have done it for free, but with the promise of 300 gold, I figured I may as well make an attempt.
Well, it's funny what people do for money.
Well,
He said, but this town, there are a lot of innocent people inside there.
what religion are you a part of?
He says,
What is your faith?
okay, he kind of holds up a symbol of the cudgel and says, I am with St. Cuthbert.
I'm gonna walk up to the symbol to get a closer eye,
Uh-huh.
just to look at it, and then I'm gonna punch him in the face.
Go right ahead, make a melee attack.
Yes.
He kind of sort of had that coming, really, didn't he? Smack.
No dice roll, but
D3,
Oh
yeah,
my God.
D3 plus your strength modifier.
that's happening.
Jeez. Okay.
Okay, you smack him in the mouth for 5, knocking him clean off his feet onto his ass as he sits there like spitting out blood, looking at his one of his bottom teeth is knocked out, blood dripping from his lip. And he says, I suppose I deserve that, didn't I?
We are hunting a necromancer that has twice made us blind. He obviously got into this town. He escaped our clutches the second time we tried to fight him. I have these artifacts in this sack in the wagon. Maybe you can lend your religious expertise and we can go through it together and decipher what the hell is up with this guy.
Well, it seems clear to me that the necromancer's behind whatever's happening to this town, with all the undead charging around. Help a lad up then! And he reaches up from the ground with his hand.
I take his hand and then hoist him up.
Alright, he kind of pulls himself up, dusts himself off. He says,
As he's doing that,
that was a good one.
Can I say to him, that fiery skeleton, have you seen those things before? How do we eradicate them?
Honestly, I've never seen those before. Never! Ghouls,
you're-
yes, but these strange, bizarre, flaming skeletons, they seem to reach inside their own chest, pull out a ball of fire and hurl it. They seem to be preoccupied with burning the buildings, though. The ghouls seem to be feasting on the villagers. The militia here, there's enough of them to make a stand, but since their leader died and half of them have lost their minds, they don't seem to have any sense of organization. They need a strong leader.
Do you think it's wise to go through these belongings right now, or do you think it would be better if you came with me, Father? I'll put you on the back of my horse and you can turn the undead while we try and rally the militia.
I think that this is exactly what we should do.
Then
We
let's
should go
be
into
haste.
town, we should
Or let's make
rally
haste.
all of the militiamen to us, and we should make a stand.
So I'm-
Hop on. Arya,
So
will
I'm-
you guard this bulging sack?
Guard.
The fact that it keeps getting referred to as the bulging sack is so funny.
Let me inspire courage in the entire militia.
Look,
Now
I think
you
what
can
we
do
should
that.
do.
If you get them all together.
Good point, Arya.
Let's. So we're by a tree right now, right?
Yes.
Is there any like?
Thanks for that follow.
Is there any low-hanging branch?
Yeah.
Okay, and does it cover enough, like the leaves and shit?
Are you thinking about
my idea is
Cover-
hoisting the sack into the tree, so Arya and I can ride the wagon into town, or decouple the wagon and ride the horse.
So you
And
just
go
don't,
in
you
with
want to
Piper
leave
and the
the you
priest.
want to leave the bulging sack outside of town.
Right.
Out
in
in
the
the
tree,
You
like,
can
up
you can
top.
easily hide it up inside the leaves of the tree, up in the branches.
Well, let's do
Okay.
I mean, it won't be completely invisible, but unless anybody specifically is like rooting around in the tree, it's passers-by won't see it.
Because
Which
we're
they
all
are.
gonna go in together, guys.
that. All right, quick.
Um,
Let's make haste.
Yeah. So we have two horses on the wagon.
Yep.
We're gonna I'm gonna detach one and ride that one.
Okay, so you guys are going to ride into town. You suck. Okay. I don't have a Veslar on a bloody horse.
And actually, I
not?
guess I'll ask the father if he's more comfortable being on the back of my horse or riding his own.
No, he'll ride on the back of one of your horses. He doesn't ride.
Okay.
Okay, so
Veslar, will you
basically,
take the priest?
yeah. So let's just assume we've got Piper and Veslar, or Piper and Arya on one horse,
Yes.
and Veslar and the priest on the other. All right, so you ride into town. Okay. The
All right,
priest
can
says,
you-
if you can get me to the center of town and start funneling people towards me, I truly believe I can inspire these people and at least gather their attention long enough to pull them in, and then maybe your young friend here that seems to be able to believe she can inspire them can do her job. We must work together.
So I guess I'll lead in front of them.
Aye.
And I'll ask Ari if she can do a song to gather the people as we ride
Gather
through.
the people.
Little children, I'll take you
What do you
Gather
mean?
the people, Arya. Come on, let's inspire.
That's the gathering
Gather the
song.
people.
land of enchantment.
It worked last time.
The Hocus Pocus, right? Do your
Yeah.
Hocus Pocus. Arya.
That's it. She does. She's done it before.
And now she's like, wait, what are you talking about? I can't do that.
Well, you've got the priest of
That's the song I
Cuthbert.
wanna
You got
sing.
the priest of St. Cuthbert with his enthrall ability to pull everybody's attention to
Right, I
him.
don't have enthrall.
So, and then if
The priest-
Arya does her thing. So, all
Yeah,
in
he
all,
must have
it's a
enthrall.
viable plan for you guys. But before we go to said viable plan, we're going to take our very first break.